Hello, hello, YouTube. I am Goddess Just Be. And today we're going to be talking about from Eve to Lilith, seduction, equality, and the power of choice. Yesterday, before we were ending, I'm hopeful that the people from yesterday will come in on today too. Before we were ending, somebody asked if Lilith represented a demon. And I was pretty much my answer to that particular question. The short answer was, well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So if you look at her as being a demon, then go ahead on, do your thing, do what you wanna, hang on the corner, right? That's my thing for wherever you are in your journey. Because like I say, I'm here to inspire people. I'm here for people to tap into their own mindfulness. Happy New Year to you too, babe. I appreciate you. But if you don't want to tap into your own mindfulness, then or your own power, and you don't want to change the state of being, how you look at other things so it could conform and better your life, then so be it. Don't do that. Don't do whatever you don't want to do in this realm. Never, never do that. Because then that means you're creating resistance. And so with that question in mind, I kind of just want to talk about the Eve and Lilith dynamic, and so that you could make the best choice for you. Like, right, we always choose, and we're so free to choose that we could choose bondage. We could choose being or going to hell, when hell is a mindset, when you're refusing to take a helmet off your head and obtain knowledge and wisdom and apply that thing, like, right? But hey, we're free enough to do that. Before I get started in this particular message, I'm not going to be before you long. I have two things to say. My first thing I want to say is January 12th, from Eve to Lilith, how Lilith operates in motion. I have a live Zoom class at 9 a.m. Mountain Time on January 12th. How to flirt and how to think, how to embody a state of being. So I'm going to be teaching you how to think. This is going to be about for those who need confidence, how to build up your self-concept, and it don't take long. You don't take long. You don't have to regurgitate, I am pretty, I am pretty. We ain't doing that. It's deeper than that. And you're going to increase your self-concept in an effort to attract the right type of person, gentleman, man, if that's where you still at in your journey, a man, or hopefully you on the gentleman or sovereignty level. But nonetheless, learning how to flirt first is going to be very important for the throat chakra. I'm tying everything that I'm doing to spiritual practices. If you are not in that class, you're going to miss a treat. If you want to sign up for that class, first sign up from Eve to Lilith, Awakening Your Dark Feminine Energy. That'll be the first class. These classes are available after the initial live class. They will be available on my website, saltoftheearthpub.org. So we already did the Eve to Lilith class, Awakening Your Dark Feminine Energy, and it is available on my website. That is the one that you would start with first. The second class is on January 12th. That is the one that you will go to my website and sign up for second. And it is on the top of the screen, the first two yellow buttons. Somebody type yellow. The first two yellow buttons are going to direct you right where you need to go. My website is linked in my bio, but I'll say it right now. saltoftheearthpub.org. saltoftheearthpub.org. You got that? Yellow, yellow. Thank you, Miss D. Yellow, 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 yellow. I'm talking about the first two yellow buttons on my website at saltoftheearthpub.org. The second thing I want to say is thank you for all those people that gave on yesterday, and I didn't call out your name. I am saying thank you for Kiki, Tamala. I'm saying thank you to Ashley, Mr. JBY, and Andrea, AMK, and Lakeisha. Once again, thank you, Lakeisha, AMK, Andrea, Mr. JBY, Ashley. Is that? Oh, it's Tamila. I'm sorry, I said Tamika. It's Tamila. Tamila and Kiki. All right. I appreciate you. Those that want to give, my Cash App is Cash App Goddess Just Be. Let's get into it. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Cash App Goddess Just Be if you want to donate to any of my live, any of my work, my patient, my gifts make room for me. Somebody type ready if you're ready. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley, put my website. Ashley, put the website on there for me. Let me see something. Bam. And I pinned it. Y'all ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. Queen says she ready. Queen says she ready. And this says she ready. Right? Okay. So from Eve to Lilith, seduction, equality, and the power of choice. And after I share this with you, I want you to choose where you want to be between your Eve and your Lilith. All right? Before I scrolled, I heard my name before. Oh, you did? Oh, yeah. I was saying thank you. There you go, Mr. JBY. Thank you for your cash app, your offering. I was just saying thank you. I appreciate you, babe. Thank you so much. So, Lilith, this is not written directly in the biblical text. We got to think. We got to use logic. We got to use our mindset that we all understand that the biblical text has been written by man and rewritten different forms of it, right? So if you're going to believe in a so-called Lilith, if you're going to believe in a so-called Eve in the allegory text, this is in conjunction to what predates the Eve of the world. Keep this in mind, though, as I share with you this here simple story, that you know how I talk to you about the patriarch and monarch, civilization rise and fall. I talk about yin and yang, two sides. We, God, I talk about the law of polarity. We've been doing this thing for eons. And so everybody have a chance. Like masculine energy has a chance to rise and feminine energy has a chance to rise. And as we keep ascending, which happens is that we go back to this place called the golden age, the age of Aquarius, until we get back to the wholeness or the totality of God. Because I tell you all the time, there's one God, one faith, one baptism. But we're living within that one. We have two sides. So we're living in the law of polarity, where it seems like there's a devil and then there's God, and then there's good and then there's evil, and then there's life and then there's death, right? And then there's black and then there's white. Because we're governed underneath this thing called polarity, and we're underneath the law of polarity, there are always going to be two sides. So if you're going to believe, church folk, if you own here, believe, be like Eve, the story of Eve, they have to have another side, baby. They gotta. I'm just saying that in the effort for maybe if you could open up your mind to the idea that there is a Lilith that's going to exist, because this is the law of polarity. They gotta have another side. If you got a right, you're gonna have a left. Can we agree? Can we agree to that? The two sides. So the other side of the Eve would be the Lilith. And the short story of the Lilith would be that Lilith is the original woman, right? You agree? Good. The short story of the Lilith is that, thank you. She's the original woman, and she believed to be equal with Adam. Equal. You know how the story of Eve is that Eve is more or less submissive, and she comes from a rib, right? Regardless of what story we're talking about, if we are thinking about the chromosome aspect, we're only talking about an X and a Y chromosome, right? Eve, Lilith, they both represent the X. Adam is always going to represent the Y. But we're talking here in this story as it pertains to the positive side of the X chromosome or the negative side, however you look at it. But the X chromosome gonna have two sides. One side gonna be Eve, one side gonna be Lilith. The law of polarity exists in these two female or feminine energies, right? So Lilith, the original woman, believed herself to be equal with Adam. And she claimed that with her dominance because she refused to submit. Right? She is the different aspect or the different side of Eve. She's Lilith, the first woman. She refusing to submit to Adam, that became her power. That is the very thing that shaped her identity and embodies what I be talking about as it pertains to her independence, her sovereignty, her power, her mindfulness, her sensuality, and her being unapologetic. I often teach you all that Eve is bold. She bold. She gonna stand in her square, right? She's not gonna be seeking approval from outside of herself, right? She's more or less like the I amness, really, if you think about it. This is why I put Eve on this here, Lilith on this here side. We're talking about Lilith, in case I said Eve. We're talking about Lilith. So this is why I put Lilith on this here side as it pertains to growth from the Eve state of being to a higher, heightened sense of power, love, and sound mind that Lilith is embodying, being the first woman in this Helios Biblios book, like, right? So the story is that her being the first woman, she wasn't about that life of submission, right? Lilith chose herself over compliance, right? That sounds like a blood type B, right? Any blood type B's up in here? Blood type B. Blood type B breaking all the rules, like, right? You're going to do it their way. I don't want to lay down. No, I ain't doing that. Not to the Y chromosome. She said, Queen, you up in here? You got to represent the gang, blood type B. We ain't doing that. We ain't laying down just because somebody had said, well, I got to lay down. To the Y? Why? When X marks the spot. I mean, if I was in my Lilith, I would say something like that. Like, why I'm laying down? Okay. Anyway, when Lilith chose herself over the compliance, she got a bad rap. You know how that go. When you don't move to the rhythm of other people's beat. I see you, eh? When you don't move to the other people's beat, you get kicked out of certain places, and you be fine with it, right? So Eve was introduced as Lilith's replacement because Eve, she'll lay down. She about laying down. She about being on her back. And this is where we come in as people, believers in this thing called Christianity, because they teach us how to be more or less like an Eve, to be that virtuous woman, right? She was crafted and to complement Adam. All of Adam's desires. She was crafted to believe that she, the X chromosome, came from Maria, of Adam. Now, in all of the land, now WeSleep.com, like, right? We had to be sleep.com to believe this story, because in all of the land, whether we're talking about animals or people, even little insects, you see the female giving life to the male. But in Christianity, nope. Your ass came from Maria. Mm-hmm. Sure did. Not a vagina, a ram. Okay? And so now with this dark concept in religion, Eve is now crafted and complemented from Adam's desire. She in religion is representing submission, conformity, because she conformed to this, to be the person, the energy that would just lay down. And even if you think about some of the religious songs, it's like, I give myself away so you can use me. And you got to be a little God. She give herself away. She about that long suffering life. She got to submit. She got to lay down. She got to be this virtuous woman. But she got to be dog ass tired too, right? She got to, because she's sacrificing her ultimate self. She is really not abiding at all by the law of nature. The first law of nature is self-preservation. So in the biblical text, Eve is defying the law of the land, the law of nature, which says you must preserve yourself. If it's worth it, you can keep certain people, certain situations, if it's worth preserving. But if not, cut that thing off, because self-preservation is your lifeline as a woman, as the feminine energy. You're the portal of life. If you just pouring, you withering away, Eve. But ain't nothing wrong if you come forth in this land just to be a portal in this lifetime. Just to be a pourer of life into other people. If you love it, if you like it, I love it. I'm just telling you the difference between the two. Because guess what? They're going to have to No matter what, no matter if you choose to be your Lilith today or tomorrow, and there gonna always be some women out there that's gonna choose to be their Eve tomorrow. Like, right? Because the law of this lane is gonna have two sides. There's a law that says it's a law of gender, right? And it says there must be male and there must be female principles. It didn't say if it was gonna be the woman or the man, me or you. It just said we're gonna have two sides. Okay, you can see this in flowers, you can see this in insects, you can see this in your fruit, you can see this in people, you can see this in same-sex relationships. It don't even matter if you have two cootie cats bumping against each other. There must be male, Ellen DeGeneres, and there must be female, Miss Portia, principles. We don't care. You're gonna have that principle though, right? You getting this? You getting this? Let me slow down. That real represents wait, it went too fast. Let me see. From man, from the energy. Okay, I like that. I like how you put that. So now that you understand the principles of it, you making a choice with your energy. You choosing, you deciding what you want to be, because life is a choice. It's about making choices, because you're in the land of polarity. They're gonna have two sides, right? So Lilith chose herself over the compliance of being the virtuous woman, and Eve was introduced as her replacement. Then we get slid in a Bible that teaches us how to be more and more and more submissive, because it was the season for that. Remember, I tell you, civilizations rise and fall, like, right? Now with us evolving to a new season or a new age, the Aquarius age, now the tables turn. Like, it's just a pendulum. This is why we said the beginning and the end, but there's really no end, because it starts to swing some more. So now the pendulum in life is swinging this way toward Lilith. So now energetically, we have people rising, of coming from the E frequency and evolving and wanting to understand and get to know Lilith more, but in a fear tactic of themselves, because we are really battling the battles of our mind. The fear tactic of the mind, many of them come from church and religion, and like, oh my gosh, the Bible taught me to be a virtuous, submissive woman. If I do Lilith, am I now the devil? Am I now being the Jezebel? Am I now being evil? You are who you say you are. Remember that? You're evolving. And guess what? Here's the big piece of this whole picture. Whether we spin it on the pendulum this way or this way, the whole damn pendulum is God. There's one God. Remember, the pendulum is just the number one, just vibrating at different frequencies, different sides. One God, the biblical text said. One faith, one baptism. But in this realm, you have the illusion of separation. No, boo. You just evolve into your higher self. And on this other side of evolving, for you, me, we, is learning again how to be sovereign God all by ourselves. Y'all getting this here? I want to make sure y'all got it. So Lilith is becoming facts. Okay. Lilith is on a journey of becoming, and what she's becoming a symbol of self-sovereignty. So when you hear about Lilith, you think, oh, okay, she's bold, she's speaking her truth, she embodies strength and love, and she may be sensual and sexy and seductive and all of these beautiful things. In the beginning of your journey, when you first stumble on it, with your lack of knowledge, you might think Lilith is a little whore, a little Jezebel, like, right? A little freaky beak, like, right? Because maybe that's a limited thought you had in your mind. Maybe church taught you that. Maybe fear taught you that. Maybe the fact that you suppressed that part of yourself in religion so much that you thought that. Because these thoughts are only coming from your mind, your subconscious mind. But I'm here to tell you that Eve, the states of being that you went through to be submissive, to something outside of you, that part of the story was necessary. So I'm going to continue that when you get to the Lilith and explain to you how the part of the story is necessary that you evolve in your Lilith frequency, because Lilith ain't about just being a whore, being seductive. Lilith is about respect. Lilith is about power. Lilith is about love. Lilith is about wisdom. Lilith is about embodying the totality of God. She understands all the laws of this land that predates the Helios Biblios Bible book that religion had us dumbfound in the great sleep and slumber. Right? And although you might not understand her, I would hope in your mind that you would open up your mind to the idea of her, to understand her, because at the end of the day, true love is understanding. True love is getting to know yourself, and Lilith represent an aspect of yourself that in this land you must get to know if you're going to know the totality of the law of polarity, both sides of God. You can't say you know God and you got a quarter in your hand and you just know the head part of the quarter, because there's a tail part of that quarter too. The whole quarter, both sides of the quarter though, is God. God said, I am the Alpha, that will your head, and the Omega, the tail. I'm the beginning and the end, the author and the finisher, right? So when we think about the aspects of God as it pertains to polarity, all of this here is God. We ain't talking about no demons, right? Yes, yes, yes. I'm so glad I caught this. We ain't talking about no demons. We ain't talking about no boogeymans. We ain't talking about a man with a pitchfork over here. I wouldn't come here every darn day telling you about no damn devil. We did that in church. I ain't coming here every damn day to tell you about I want you to grow up and be a whore. Come on now. Come on now. I look like I'm trying to bring you to being a whore. No, I'm teaching you the laws of this land. I'm teaching you the spiritual aspects about everything that's going on with your mind as it pertains to you evolving from Eve to Lilith. Because what Lilith is not is what they're teaching you on them other channels about putting red lipstick on and red nail polish and then having your boobs out and be just a little dummy. Because Lilith is far from dumb. You just be out there just trying to get a bag and you broke his I don't know what. Because Lilith got her own damn money. But she's as wise as a serpent, yet she knows how to be as gentle as a dove. If that's what she want to do. And if she don't want to be gentle, guess what? She gonna be bold, and she can be. Because she understands that all of it is God. And she don't have to fit in the mold of no Eve no more, of what nobody say outside of her, because she's no longer seeking validation outside of herself. You get that? She ain't seeking validation outside of herself. So she might look a little different. The way I like to teach people how to evolve to the Lilith approach is to look sweet, look soft. I like to teach them to embody the totality of the dark feminine energy, where you embody your sweet and your sour. Go ahead on and look sweet, baby, on the outside, but have the ability to be sour in the inside, because people respect those that have the totality of God within them. Know how to be sweet, have the angel on this here shoulder and the devil, so to speak, or their lower self on this here shoulder, meaning I will tear your ass off and I will embrace my darkness, but I'll be nice to you too now. But I know how to do both of them. I'm not sitting up here saying, oh my gosh, nice matters. Oh my gosh, I gotta fix that. Hell no. You could get my wrath, because that's what the totality of the source, the one God, one faith, one baptism subscribes to. Because it says all is God. I give life and I take it away. Right? The people who could experience Katrina in New Orleans, that was God. The people who experienced a sunshine day in Arizona, that's God too. Right? You understand this here? That's me. They see me and play with me. Yeah. So that's what I teach you. You know, do the little French tips. You know, get your little almond nails and, you know, be graceful. Have your nice little flowy hair and smile. But don't be dumb now. Don't be afraid of your darkness now. I ain't raising no ducks now. I tell you this all the time, right? And so this here is an aspect of Lilith. Lilith is wise. She wants respect. God damn it. She don't want to lay down on her back. She want to stand up and be in a square. She wants to be a powerful manifester too. Like, right? She don't particularly want to move to the rhythm of everybody else's beat. And there's a space in this realm for her because all things are two sides. Just like there's a space in this realm for Eve. Judge not, lest you be judged. Because it's simply put, those that judge Lilith, the Eves that judge Lilith, are the Eves that wish they could, but they can't. Because we only in this realm, if you tell the truth with your lower self, love, power, and a sound mind, we only in this realm want to judge those things or aspects of ourselves that we know we're not a part of just yet. Right? Right? Too many people are ready. Oh, yeah, not too many. Yeah, you're right. Just as long as you're ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? Everybody might not, and I get that. Everybody might not be ready for that. Church people probably not ready. But the people who came on this particular live on all of these platforms where I'm live on, here's the thing about these people. You ask a question in your subconscious mind in the effort for me to show up in your simulated reality, meaning you called me forward. So you might not be ready today, but you're going to download this here and it's going to be embedded in you via your subconscious mind. So whenever your ready day is, you're going to remember, oh, they had a little lady with a little Star Trek shirt on that came on and she was talking about this here. Let me go see if I can find her. Because the teacher only shows up when you right there by ready. Right? But here's the bigger grand scheme of things. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Because even though if you're not ready this here moment today to make this here choice, the powers that be, coincidentally, I'm wearing my little Star Trek shirt, Star Wars shirt, the powers that be, the forces that be with us are getting you ready. Because the collective consciousness must evolve. This is why you're hearing about Lilith. This is why you're hearing about dark feminine energy. And so we have these things like solar flares. What do you think that is? That ain't nothing but energy, pulsating energy, gamma waves of energy frequencies that's quickening you to be ready. Even in the biblical text, it'll tell you in a dream, in the vision of the night when man sleeps in slumber, I'll give him his orders and instructions, making him what? Ready. Like, right? The golden age, the age of Aquarius, the timing, the newness of the year, the frequency, and all of this, the thought is making you ready. In a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, they shall not all sleep, but they all shall be changed. Changed by what? Changed by the gamma ray frequency, changed by the opening or activation of their first eye, changed by remembering, changed by hearing it all over again. Everywhere you go, you're hearing this dark feminine energy thing and everybody's speaking of it. Because we're collective consciousness. We're collective consciousness. That means we really move into the rhythm of the same beat here. And the powers that be, the forces that be, are getting you ready. You could act like you ain't ready, but it's getting you ready because it's making of a God. And you're gonna ascend. You ain't gonna be left behind. But if you decide to say stuck on stupid, and I'm not being ugly, but they gotta have somebody that gets stuck. They gotta have somebody flatlining down here, real low in their Eve. If you're gonna, thank you for the gifts, babe. If you're gonna stay stuck on stupid, somebody got a DIE. Sorry, because the collective consciousness must expand. We must evolve. You're going to get this here. You're going to get this here message. You're going to learn today, says source energy. And so you die out and you got to catch up. You just got to catch up because you decide to be that flat line. So you go out into the non-physical and then you come back in reincarnated because you're going to learn how to evolve in this land. You're going to keep up with this thing called the collective consciousness. So here's the thing. As we talk about rising from your Eve to your Lilith, there are lessons here and there's a choice here that you must make. And that's your choice. That's your choice. Eve or Lilith? Eve or Lilith? Eve, submission, virtuous woman. Lilith, power, sexual, sensual, sound mind, mindfulness. Eve or Lilith? It's your choice though. It's your choice. I'm just here to teach you. You just had manifested me to remind you of this and point you where you wanted to go. But that's where I get off at. I just inspire you. Do what you want. Type in the comments, my choice. My choice. So I don't have to hear it. Because this is my choice. My choice. You're so welcome, baby. My choice. My choice. I'm just telling you the difference. My choice. I ain't telling you gotta. Don't you ever tell nobody God has said I gotta. Nope, you ain't gotta. You could be one of the ones that's stuck. You could stay over there at Eve if you want to. And ain't nothing wrong with that. If you find joy in that, do that thing. If it's deeply rooted in you, do that thing. This is your choice. Because we gotta have some Eves anyway. You just stand up and be that one. Right? But I want to share with you the lessons of Lilith's seduction, so you don't sit up here just think this is I'm teaching people how to be demons and whores and stuff like that. Like, right? I gotta share this here with you. Lilith believed that mutual respect was the foundation of a true connection. Contrary to what a lot of people think, some people think that Lilith hates men. I will never teach you in a million years to hate a man. Lilith don't hate men. Lilith believes in mutual respect. The X chromosome is good at what she is good at, and the Y chromosome is purposeful and good at what he is good at. You put them two together and they're two expressions of God. Why would Lilith hate God? She's wise. She's sovereign. She's made in the image of God. You got that? Lilith don't hate God, just in case you didn't know that. Right? She never really seeked to dominate or to be dominated. No, that wasn't the purpose. That is not what I'm trying to teach you. I'm not trying to teach never one of you how to dominate no darn man. That's crazy. The desire of her was always to stand as an equal, because at the end of the day, these are equal. They're polarities. They're two sides of God, to stand as an equal. Don't dare say that she came from his rib, though. That wouldn't be equal. No, that would not be equal. That means that she came from him. No, she came of God. Expression of God, made in the image of God. Right? She knows this, right? With her knowing this type of confidence becomes her seduction. Like, because a lot of people, like how they say, rejection breeds obsession. That makes people be more seductive for you. Like, right? You being confident, it's like, oh my God, oh, he's so hot over there. He ain't even paying attention to the lady that's saying that. Oh my gosh, look at him, he's so fine. It makes them so seductive when they standing in their square. when they one of them bad boys that just do what they want to, they just respect it, and you're like, oh my God, I love his confidence. I love the way he moves. I love his don't give a damn attitude. That becomes her seduction, her boldness, right? Her sound mind. Her sound mind becomes part of her seduction, right? Accompany that with the power of choice. I just shared with you. I said, type in the comments, my choice, right? Unlike Eve, who supposedly was created for Adam, Lilith chose to walk away. There's power in being able to walk away. You get that? You ever walked away from somebody? You ever left somebody? Righteousness, yes. You ever left somebody? When her values were not honored, Lilith walked her ass away. That was it. I'm out of this here story. Because I'm powerful. I'm God all by myself. Let Eve do it. There's power in that. Yes. There's power in that. So Lilith understands she have a choice. Eve would never. Eve would be like, well, I got to cook for him. I got to lay on my back for him. We're building together. Like, right. I got to be virtuous because this is what they say right here in the scripture. I got to be this. And if I ain't this, I'm sinning against God. Come on now. Eve don't subscribe to that foolery because Eve understands that she has a choice. She didn't come forward to conform. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. She has a choice. And she's tired of moving. Lilith tired of moving to the rhythm of other people's beat. And so Eve don't realize she has a choice, but Lilith does. And if she's going to play the game of life, she's going to play to win. She's going to play to see if she could manifest. She's going to play this game and tap into her own mindfulness. Thought by thought by thought. She can understand the laws that predates the biblical text, the laws of this land, and how they're working for her and with her, right? Seduction for her isn't just about drawing someone in. It's about knowing when to walk away from their ass too. And letting their ass hear some crickets chirping. Eve don't be practicing that because in Eve's mind, she got to be virtuous and nice always matters for her. So this is why the Liliths of the world seem so seductive, alluring, captivating. Wow. She told him no. Wow. She seduced him. Like the Marilyn Monroes of the world, seducing like a JFK or whatever, like, right? High value, high status in this realm, so to speak, men. Seduce them and just walk away. Because the end goal for Lilith ain't the same end goal that Eve had. Eve probably want to first come love, then come marriage, then come a baby in a baby carriage. That's the rhythm of the beat that Eve is subscribing to. But Lilith is on this other end, respecting sovereignty. On this other end, preserving herself, abiding by the law of nature to implement self-preservation, never choosing. This is actually one of the laws. I just thought about it. One of the 48 laws of power, right? Never really making a choice between the two. Never really making a choice to even maybe settle down as she gets closer and closer to her sovereignty. Because she's enjoying the journey of life, the game of life, and all of the millions of gifts that emerge from her. And how she's preserving her energy and respecting herself and loving on herself, exploring herself, experiencing herself in her mindfulness. All right? She also learns a lesson of owning her sensuality because her energy just radiates. When you don't have a gang of children, and I'm just speaking from the expression of that X chromosome. When you don't have children, when you don't have, and I'm not knocking this here because I have all of this. When you don't have children and you don't have a husband and you don't have to be an employee and you don't, maybe you don't have to be that sibling that do everything for the family vacations, and you don't have, to take care of mom and dad and all of these different things. Well, Mahalia Jackson will call the troubles of this world. When you don't have many troubles of this world, you stay youthful. You preserve yourself better. The stresses and troubles of this here world, when you could eliminate as many of them, you preserve yourself, Lilith. You begin to radiate. You begin to look like one of them things one of the people I call lady. There's a girl. Every girl can be a woman. But in this realm, there are a few ladies. So you know a lady by her radiance, by her grace, by her aura. You know her when she open up her mouth. She probably don't even open up her mouth that much, but she embodies this Lilith that I'm talking about energy. She's a lady, and she's radiating it. She radiated it from a place of self-awareness and for self-love, because she took the time to love on her. Eve loved on everything outside of her. And then she had a little tiny bit, so she put her hair in a ponytail and she did a little one thing for her. She brushed her eyebrows and put on some Vaseline on her lips and put her hair in a ponytail. I'm not being ugly with Eve. I'm just trying to give you an example of Eve, because she don't be having time for herself like that. But Lilith understand this is part of her lessons of seduction, that I got to preserve myself. I got to take time for myself. And life really got to be about me. I got to learn how to be selfish in this game of life. If I'm going to win it, I got to have this type of mindset. I can't think no longer like I did with Eve, because I'll be devoured. Men know this in the physical reality. That's why they accompany themselves with women all of the time. And this is why you'll hear, as it pertains to Lilith, they'll say, learn how to decenter men. That's what they're saying. Learn how to not pour out all of your essence and pour into someone else's cup and yours be half empty. No. Be a little bit of selfish in your day in an effort to fill up your cup to the brim, and then give of your overflow if you choose to. But with Lilith, when she gets closer to that sovereignty, she understands how to transmute that energy, and even that overflow, she preserve it and allow it to pour back into herself, and she become more powerful and powerful, because even her overflow, she preserve it in. If I be lifted up from my own cup, I have the power to now draw anything, all of my manifestation, everything to me. Lilith knows this. She's abiding by these laws. She didn't want validation. Her power will always come from fully embracing her own desires and her own boundaries. Now, with that being said, I asked you to type in the comments, my choice. Now I'm asking you, what is your choice? Do we have some Eves up in here? Ain't nothing wrong if you still decide to be an Eve with your energy. It's your energy. It's your experience. Thank you for the offering. But do we have some Liliths up in this room? Do we have some Liliths up in here? Glow up, my choice. Do we have some Eves? What we got up in here? What we got up in here? Is that a better breakdown, a better understanding of the totality of both of the sides? Are you getting it now? Is it registering with you now? Boom. Indeed. Getting into my Lilith. Good for you. That's beautiful for you. Because after the great sleep and slumber, people are waking up to their Lilith anyway. Are there anyone who wants to still be Lilith energy? Now I understand. That's beautiful. I'm happy for you. Love is understanding. What you're really saying is, now I'm loving on myself. I done experienced myself over here, and I got to know myself over here with Eve. Now I want to go over here on this side, and I want to experience myself with Lilith, because all of it is God, right? Indeed, getting to know my Lilith. Any Eves up in here? That's what I want to know. Any Eves? It's okay. We ain't gonna bullet you. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you for the offering. Thank you for the offering. Cash App Goddess just be for my time. So wonderfully explained. My time, my energy. For those that are new to me, I am Goddess Just Be. The link is in my bio for my website, saltoftheearthpub.org. I have class on January 12th, from Eve to Lilith, Lilith in Motion, How to Flirt. If you want to learn that, if you want to learn how to open up your throat chakra and express and speak your truth, make sure you join that class on January 12th. It's going to be a Zoom class, 2 hours. Be Lilith, but lost it in transit. No. That's a state of mind. Just be conscious of your beingness. It's a state of mind. You get back into that state of mind, and that's it. You back to your Lilith. That's it. You ain't lose nothing. You don't lose. We're forever exploring and winning. Cash App Goddess Just Be. Cash App Goddess Just Be. That those that want to donate. Could you tap the screen? Could you share the live? It's offering time. It's offering time. Tap the screen. Type in your questions. Share the live. Today's live discuss the differences between the Eve and Lilith frequency. Thank you for the offering. And in this live, I share with you all the seduction aspect of it, the choices, reclaiming your power, and tapping into the greater version of yourself. Not saying that one is better than the other, because all is God, right? All is God. We talked about seduction, the equality, and the power of you making an educated choice, a decision to choose whatever one you're going to be. And you should be okay with it. It ain't for my approval, because Lily don't do that. Lily don't go outside of herself searching for validation. It's for you to get to know you and what seat that's going to feel good and resonate with the larger part of you. That's it. That is it. Thank you, Keith. For those of you underneath the sound of my voice, I will be doing one free spot to this upcoming class. One free spot, but I'm not going to announce it until next week. So for those of you that are participating in live and asking questions and sharing my live, this class is cost $99. I'm going to say that. I'm not going to add nothing on there, because TikTok might hit me with numbers, and it costs $99 of you know what's, right? One of my supporters donated, so we have a FREE slot for one of you to be part of the class. Anybody would be interested? Just say yes. Let me see if you're here. Let me see your name, because I'm going to be paying attention. Anybody would be interested in that FREE slot for the 12th of January, from Eve to Lilith, Lilith in Motion, How to Flirt and How to Think. You're interested? Let me see your names so I can remember, because I'm going to be paying attention to how you support me up until next week. Okay. Sasha, Jimmy, is that Tiffany? I'm definitely, okay, yes. And Ashley, okay. Hoya, yes, okay. Andrea, okay. This here, yes, okay. All right, I just wanted to call you out your name so I can remember it. So I need y'all support, though. I need y'all support in sharing my live. I need y'all support in tapping that screen. And as I see you up until next week, when I do the giveaway, I'll call out that one person. You want to be in that class. If you don't end up being that one person, I highly suggest you still sign up for that class, because I'm going to be discussing some things that I cannot say on these platforms, because I'll get little violations. You know, content creators, certain words we say, we can't really just say, like, right? But it's going to cost you if you're not in that class. It could cause you a clogged up throat chakra. It could cause you boring relationships. It could cause you uncertainty with your Lilith. It could cost you a lot because Liliths of this world are winning because they care less. And when you care less, you end up attracting everything. When you want no thing, you attract everything. And let me say this here too, while we're talking about the Lilith. I want to say this. I'm not teaching you this directly, but Lilith, I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm sorry, I didn't turn off my ringer. I'm not teaching you this directly, but indirectly I am. Because I mentioned that Lilith can be, how do I say this and be tactful? Lilith can be a whore. I'm gonna just say it, right? She can be a whore. And so you, me, we have to make peace with the idea or the judgment that's cast on whoredom, seduction, sexual energy, which it all stems from our sacral chakra. Because that part is God, right? And so then you'll find some Liliths of the world who operate in the whoredom kingdom, like, right? And they don't give a darn what you think about them, like, right? Judge not, lest you be judged. They're making money. They're doing it in an aspect where they are respected. They're not, the ones that I'm talking about that's evolved. They're not tactful, whoredom, kingdom, like, right? I mean, tactless. They're tactful. But they use their seduction and their whoredom on the Y chromosome. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because it creates a thrill. This is why you'll hear these sayings that hoes are winning, like, right? Because they create a thrill. They create this thing called seduction. I'm talking about Lilith now. I mean, hey, I'm just sharing. Do what you want to hang on the corner. They know how to talk. They know how to flirt. They know how to seduce. They know how to walk. They know how to embody the totality. And they smart, but they half of the time they playing dumb. They got everything figured out to the point where they're mind effing the Y chromosome most often than not. It's not. You might think in your judgmental stance of looking at this woman that she is really laying down on her back, being the ultimate whore, freaky geek. But no, she's tactful. She's creating a mind effery. I'm only sharing that with you because a lot of the Eves of the world don't know how to talk and create that thrill in a man. Don't know how to talk, don't know what to say on a date, don't know how to flirt, often too shy. But the Eve of the world, she know how to handle stuff in that boardroom. Yeah, it's fun. Just say it. I said it. But she know how to handle herself. Yeah, she's spicy. She know how to handle herself in that boardroom. And she could do a prolific dissertation. But then when it's time to talk or what she needs to do on the third day or offer him phone sex or penetrate or stimulate the thought of the idea of the sex, she don't know. Adulterous and fornication. I mean, you call it what you want. You call it what you want. But guess what? That be the woman that come along in most relationships and cause a little trouble. She caused a little trouble. And a woman, an Eve woman, will be like, well, if he was mine, he wouldn't have left. No, Eve. No, let's think about it as if you're not in the relationship. Let's take the emotions out of it, Eve or woman, because women are very emotional driven. Here's the thing. If you've never experienced something, never, and you could think about this as it pertains to when they told you in church, keep your legs closed. Don't have no sex until you get married. If you never experienced something, you're just energy, frequency, and vibration, and you never experienced it, you're going to get inquisitive about it. A lot of people in church that got really inquisitive about it, and that's how they end up with Reverend Lowdown. They were so busy trying to cross that leg and put that covering over that leg and told them, no, don't open up that leg. So they really, by saying no to it, in their subconscious mind, they wanted it no because wanted it more because the subconscious mind don't understand no. Right? And it's no different from those men who are attached to Eves of the world. Like, right? Their person, their woman, their wife at home is saying no. She's showing him only Eve. It's like she's saying no to her husband. No, we're not going to do the Lilith thing. I'm going to be the virtuous woman. I'm going to lay on my back only. And I'm not going to be spicy. No. And in his mind, being that he never experienced a Lilith with her, he not understanding no either. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. Can we talk? Can we just talk about it? Because I don't be hearing people talk about this. In marriages, you need to be able to talk about this. Where is your spicy side for your husband? Like, right? Where is it your spicy side for your person? Because here's the thing, and this is wisdom from a lady talking to you. Eve sometimes come off to be a mother. Baby, you got your cold, babe. I made your lunch. You did that for your children. It's so true. So Eve come off to be a mother in the relationship. Now, this your husband who had a mother already, and maybe he's still a man. And so he need a little bit more mothering from you. But when your husband become a gentleman, he gonna leave you just like he left his mama. Because all men leave their mama. Men leave their mama. Men end up not wanting to do no more with their mama. And then they go get something spicy. You mean to tell me they went to go get a Lilith? Yeah. Because she was spicy. Because she was the other side. She wasn't homely. She wasn't virtuous. Everybody that had a one marriage where they expressed that their husband left them, and I build with him, and how the hell he gonna leave me? And I cook for that man every day, mama. And I made sure he had his jacket on every day, mama. And every day he got, I helped him build, mama. Mama helped with homework too, right? So she's giving off, and we don't talk about this here to them people. We be like, oh, girl, he didn't deserve you. Come on now. No, don't telling people that. That man didn't want his mama no more. He didn't want Eve no more. Because what people really want from you is you to embody the totality of God. A little bit of your Eve she still lives in here, right? Eve is still in here. You could still be nurturing. You could still cook. You could still, be, submissive. But then you have that other side, like, ooh, spicy. I don't know who I'm getting, right? In a good way, where you could be spicy and you have some darkness, and you understand nice don't goddamn matter. How I feel matter. And no, we ain't having that. In the dynamic of relationship, you got to have both of these sides. The polarity got to come together. Like, right? You hear me? And those make for the juiciest relationships. When you could collectively, by yourself as a woman, embark on the totality of God within you. Your Alpha and your Omega. Your Eve and your Lilith. Right? Your submissive and your power. That's what you really want to subscribe to be able to do and be. So for all of you shy Eves that don't know how to talk and don't know how to say nothing nice, oh my gosh, did you say that word? You need to be up in that class on January 12th. Because your spicy needs to come out. You need to at least know what spicy look like if you saw spicy. Know what it tastes like, know what it sounds like. You hear me? Know how to role play. That's important. Know how to do that. Because if you don't and you just want to be Eve up one of these old days, the Lilith energy gonna come knocking on the door. And if it's not exuded by you, it's gonna be another woman playing the role of Lilith. And this is why sometimes them so-called whores come out on top. Because you didn't know this part. And you told me that this part was the devil. Okay. That's it. That's the video. Thank you for sharing my live. Thank you all for being here. Any questions before I get up out of here? You're speaking the truth. Yeah. Lilith be in church and snatch your man while you in the parking lot praying. You got that right. She sure do, because she go to church. And she's just a little sexiest person in church. And she be turning the heads of all the little deacons. Like, right? She giving everybody in the church a run for their money. She be up in here. And you sitting up there, as always, great message. Thank you, Ashley. You sitting up there, I surrender all. Trying to give all your essence away, Eve. All right? Let's grow up and evolve. Let's learn and get to know ourselves. Every aspect of ourselves. Get to know yourself, because getting to know yourself is akin to knowing God. It's offering time, and we about to pray and get up out of here. My Cash App is Cash App Goddess Just Be. Y'all check out my website, saltoftheearthpub.org. Make sure you share this live. Make sure you tap in that screen and give me some likes up in there. Oh, I got 27,000. I love that. Can I get to 30,000 before I get up out of here? Can we get to 30? I mean, they got a couple of people up in here. Can you give me the 30 on YouTube? Could I get some more? Could I get 10 more thumbs up on YouTube? The thumb up underneath this here screen right here. Could I get 10 more? Could I please? That's the offering from you. Could I get some more thumbs up, YouTube? I see you there. Hit the thumb up. If you don't see the thumb up on YouTube highlighted, that means you one of the ones that hit the thumb. Could you hit the thumb? That helps other people check out my page. We at 28.8. We almost there at 30,000. Could I get 30,000? If you didn't give an offering, Cash App Goddess Just Be, at least tap the screen for me. Give me the 30 before I get up out of here. Thank you, YouTubers. I see y'all hitting that thumb on YouTube. I see you. We're at 29.7, 29.8. We almost there. 30. Oh, I got my 30. YouTube, could I get some more thumbs up? I'm looking at the thumb up. Could you press the thumb up? God damn it. Hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's pray. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. One last time. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Source energy, infinite intelligence, God, the Alpha and the Omega. Thank you for this live. Thank you for expanding our mind to higher consciousness. Thank you for understanding or overstanding that all is God experiencing itself, and we cannot get this thing called life wrong. Thank you for every person underneath the sound of my voice that heard the call that I was live simply because they asked a question. And God never asks himself a question that he or she don't already know the answer to. So you brought me forward to remind them and point them back to the answer that was already embedded in their subconscious mind. Make way for them to decide and make the choice that's best for them, for wherever they are in their life, for their Eve state of being or their Lilith. But in all they're getting, allow them to get an understanding, because love and understanding go hand in hand. Love is understanding. Open up their mind to more clarity of where they want to be and allow themselves to move to the rhythm of their own beat, not seeking outside validation from no one. From this day forward, they will rest in their feminine energy, that they will own their square, and their life shall not be the same. They will edify their church, and they will do what is just for them, what is righteous for them. They will pay more attention to the laws of this land, the states of being of their mind, their energy in motion, their aura, their mindfulness, their spoken word. They'll pay attention to these things because they understand this is part of them. This is what radiates. This is their word that cannot come back to them null and void. This is their that's attracting and helping them create their own reality. Thought by thought by thought. Bless them coming in and going out. Everything that they put their hand to, let it prosper. Rest upon them the energy of Lilith, that which is of love, power, and a sound mind. I bless them. I bless them, I bless them, I bless them, I bless them. Type in the comments, Lilith. I bless them. I bless them, I bless them, I bless them in their Lilith state of being. I bless them. Come on with it, Lilith. I bless them, 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 and you shall be blessed. And you will know the truth for you, and that truth will set you free. Okay, bye. You have a good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you, YouTube. Okay, bye. Whew, that was cool.